Career Center presents Alumni Talks, a series of episodes featuring success stories from our very own trailblazers, sharing lessons and experiences to help you jumpstart your career. Tell your story, share your lessons, create your own future.
So our second guest for tonight is a TCM alumna, and she used to be the external vice president in her department during her time in USDP. Please help me welcome Ms. 𝗥𝗲𝗦𝗵𝗲𝗲. Hello, Ray. Kamusta?
I feel delighted to be here today.
That's great. How are you doing, by the way? How's life?
Yeah, I feel great. Life's actually really great.
That's good to hear. Ray, we'll be putting you up to a challenge. So just like what Sir Carl did earlier, we will be doing the whisper challenge. So the whisper challenge works like this. The other person puts on the headphones with loud music on, and the other person then picks up the card and reads the phrase on the card, and the person wearing the headphones guesses what the other person just said. Let's start with a trial. I will start first. I will be wearing the headphones, and you will read in front of me the phrase, and whoever loses the game will dance. Are you up for the challenge?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this. I will pick a card, and you will read that to me. I will put on the headphones.
Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, your turn.
Yeah.
Holy night. Holy night.
Only light?
No. Okay, so that's 1-0. I will take another card. Let's see.
I love eggs. I love eggs.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay. Oh, I love eggs. Oh, that was so funny. Okay, your turn. Get one card. What's the scorecard? 1-0. I love oat. I love oat.
I love
Oat.
Ozzy?
No, it's oat. Oat. I love oat. Okay, so this will decide who will dance. Get one card.
Sing a song.
Sing a song?
Yeah.
Yes! So Ms. Ray will dance for us.
Ito ay dance lang tayo.
Hi, butterfly. Par-par-chi, pa-pa-paru-paru-chi. Par-par-chi, pa-pa-paru-paru-chi. Par-par-chi, pa-pa-paru-paru-chi.
Okay, that was so funny. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
That was a challenge, right? Okay, let's get this chikahan for tonight started. Why don't you tell us your journey here in USDP by telling us the program and batch that you graduated from?
Well, I am a proud graduate of a Bachelor of Technology Communication Management, a batch 2018. And my journey here in USDP, it was fun. I met so many friends in the department, and with so many activities that TCM offered, I really enhanced my skills. So yeah, definitely I really enjoyed my stay here at the university.
Okay, that's great. Were you the one, by the way, that chose your program, or what were the factors that you considered? If not, who or what influenced you?
I was the one who chose my program. I did not actually let anyone decide for me, while my parents were very hesitant for me to take the TCM course because they really wanted me to do civil engineering. But I opposed with two considerations in my mind. First is that a TCM aligns to my skills and to my interest way back in high school. And then the second consideration is that the job opportunities that TCM may offer after you graduate. So I've seen, I researched about that actually. I researched and looked for students who were graduate already of the course or the program, and I've seen them flourishing in their career in banks, in offices, holding managerial functions. So I see myself there. That's why I considered taking up a TCM.
That's good to hear that you did your research first before taking the course. That's really good because you would know what you're, up against or what you're actually doing. You would know what you will be doing, right?
Yes.
So that's good. Can you walk us through your career experience? Where did you start working and what do you currently do?
Well, I graduated 2018, but I started working 2019 as a sales consultant in an American car dealership here in CDO. And then I transferred to a Chinese car dealership naman. So basically, my world there runs sa sales. And then come February of 2021, I got employed as a management trainee in Pioneer Insurance and Surety Corporation, which is one of the most famous and prestigious company in the non-life sector sa insurance.
Okay. Can you say that the course that you graduated from in college is aligned with your current profession?
Well, I would say that it's a yes, definitely yes, because TCM creates communication managers during the field of technology. While for my side, as a management trainee, we are designed to be insurance professionals, pool of insurance professionals who will be learning the ins and outs of the company and will be filling in managerial functions in the future if there are vacant positions for managers. And so I believe that wherever you go, an effective communication is a must. And with filling in managerial functions, in order for you to be effective leader, you should know how to really be effective when you communicate. So TCM really aligns to the current profession that I have.
Okay, that's great to hear. Can you walk us through your work experience? Can you tell us, were there any challenges or was there anything that you had to go through on your own?
Okay, so with the management training program, I really grabbed the opportunity to take this since the pandemic came. In sales, life really runs there, talking to people, selling cars, and when the pandemic came, it was really a challenge, not only for me, but I believe that those salespeople find it challenging to adapt to the new normal. But then there's an opportunity that came, and I'm very happy to meet this new family that I have right now with Pioneer, who really embraced me with warmth and with a family-like culture. They're giving me an opportunity to learn the ins and outs of the company, the workflow, the communication flow, the products as well. And so they are training us to be leaders in the future. So challenges there is that in my stay with management trainee, with a 2-year program, actually it's a 2-year program, we are trained not only by the people in the branch, but the senior management, the members of the senior management of Pioneer. So I get to talk to executives in the head office. So I get to share my insights. They listen to me, though I feel like I'm still a kid in the industry, but they listen to my insights, and that's the challenging part. But at the same time, I grow there. I grew my skills there. So that's it.
Okay, so you were into sales before, right?
Yeah.
And then you transitioned to now with a different company. How was the transition Was it something that you had to like adapt for a long time, or did you just blend in right away?
Well, I just really blend in. The sales world is not so different with my current setup in the management as I am learning the product. So product knowledge wise, I adapt the skills I got from my previous job. And then for the sales and communication part, I get to talk to people. So I still have to do that here, but not only with our external customers, but also to the internal customers. And the transition, well, as to the environment, it's different because the competition in the sales world is very
tight.
Yeah, very tight, the competition there. Here, I get to improve more on my skills because I am focused with the skills that I have. I need to grow these skills, but someone's there for me to support me with my learning progress. So the challenges and kaya ra.
Kaya ra. Okay.
Yes.
Can you give us one tip, just one tip on how you went through that? Like, were there any specific things that you did that nobody knew, apart of course from the training that you had with them? Was there any specific secret that you did on your own, like eat ice cream maybe after work or watch K-drama, something that we could get from?
A tip maybe would be when life throws you lemons, you make lemonades out of them.
Okay.
Like literally, or you can drink lemonade after work or something, drink something out. But through challenges, through being resilient, means you overcome those adversities. Challenges are there, they're always present, but you have to go on with it. There's a time to stand still, and there's a time to moving on to those challenges. It's not permanent. You just have to grow out of that situation and learn from those things.
Yeah, I agree with you, because when you get to the workplace, the actual workplace, you don't really get your first job, the last job that you have, right? So you have to like adjust and perhaps maybe get another job. So you have to like really like a chameleon. You have to adjust your color, or you know, the way, even the way you speak, right? Is there any difference with before with your sales and now with Pioneer? The way you speak, like the language that you use, is there any difference on that?
There's no actual really difference between my sales and my management job right now. But I really have to be more effective because I'm dealing with people in the workplace. We are trained to be leaders of the company. So we're not only after the sales,
right,
the clients, the customers that we get, the production, but we're also after of how we process our communication inside the organization so that it becomes effective for the overall performance of the company.
Okay. So our topic for today's Alumni Career Talk is more on acing virtual interviews. Can you share to us, if you can remember, your very first job interview? How was it like? Any funny stories?
If the first job interview, if it's physical interview, there's no actual challenge to my first job interview. It's because there's only one question that was asked, and why do we need to hire you? It's still vivid to me, the scenario, the moment when he asked me, and then he just hired me right away.
That wasn't the one that you expected.
Yeah, because
in college you were taught like so many things, like you have to consider a lot of questions in mind, and then in your very first job you were only asked for one question.
Yeah.
How was it? How did you answer? Can you recall?
I highlighted my qualifications. I cannot remember my answer, but I really highlighted my qualification because that's what you taught me during college. I can still really remember that. When I sabak myself to interviews, I always remember good you, ma'am, because this is what Miss Grace told me, that I have to practice how I answer. Because these people, they have interviewed a lot of people already.
Right.
Yeah, there were so many candidates who are good, who are more effective in the position. But when you are prepared right before the interview, they see that.
Right.
And then that makes them think that you're very interested. You're not only knowledgeable, you're not only good in communication, but you also find time to be so interested in the company. And then they're going to think that this one, she's going to invest in us, and this will be an asset to us in the company. So that's what I only remember during that time.
Oh my God, I feel so old seeing you like this, saying all those, things about interviews. That's just what I hoped for when I was teaching your batch and the rest of the other batches as well. So I'm very happy that you learned that the key to job interviews is actually preparation.
Yes.
Even if you have all the qualifications, even if you're really good at selling yourself, but if you're not prepared, the employer will see that through.
Yes.
And so you just have to just get there and just don't overthink, just like what you did in your first interview, right? And then you were just asked for one question. It's good that you were able to highlight your qualifications because, it's your selling point.
Yes, yes.
Have you tried doing interviews of applicants this time as supervisor in your current company? What do you observe from the young applicants as they do job interviews?
To be honest, I really have no chance of hiring applicants since another department is doing that, and the hiring manager too is doing that for the branch. But for my observation to new applicants today, well, it's challenging for them because some of the students who graduated during the pandemic, it's a challenge because they have to highlight the learnings that they got, how they adapted to this new normal. It's challenging, but I believe that the students today are very agile in terms of learning. They are very willing to learn, and they are also very resilient as the challenges have made them grow stronger in not only in the real life scenario but also in the workplace. And that's what they need to also prove to the company. But based on my observation also, applicants who are new in the company, newly hired employees in the company are also good in communication, maybe because of the world setup today, that we're not only limited to talking face to face, but we're also good in the virtual scenario. So that's a great help for students or for applicants these days. The communication.
Okay. So apart from communication and preparation, what else would you say that's very important to consider or to think ahead before getting into a virtual interview?
If it's a virtual interview, you really need to ensure that your tech is functional. Because that happened to me. I did a virtual interview and it was just really funny because I got disconnected. It was a panel interview. All of the members of the senior management, even the directors of Pioneer are there.
Oh my God, really?
I got disconnected and they were thinking, at first, choppy pa ang line. And then later, I really got disconnected. I was trying to kalma myself, but
okay, just curious, can you show our live viewers for tonight how did you react? Like, can you reenact what happened that day after the internet the line got disconnected?
I was very shocked, like, oh my God.
Ano jud ka gwapa? Sige daw, paano gyud? Truha gyud daw.
I just got disconnected. Like, I told my sister, why are you using the internet? I'm doing an interview. But she told me, it's disconnected. We cannot do anything about it. I'm about to cry, but the branch head here in CDO, I got a message request through Messenger. That time, that's one thing. If you're in a virtual interview, make sure that you have plan B. If the internet's not working, if the Wi-Fi is not working, you have to ensure that you have a data on your phone. I did not remember that because I am very shocked that it got disconnected, but I got a message request from the manager here in CDO that, can I call you? Mabuti na lang at naalala ko yung name. Oh my God, the manager called me, and then I took the phone, called him, and he was like, ingani Ray, akong itapat ang phone. You will just have to answer the questions. They were so resourceful. And
very considerate.
Very considerate. Right? Yeah, they really wanted to hear my story because it's like I'm telling a story to my panelists of who I am. I'm selling myself, and that's very important to me because there were a series of interviews. Like it's the 4th interview already, and nasayangan ko. But then they were very resourceful. They were very considerate, and that's it. I got the chance to have the final interview with them.
Was that another virtual interview?
Another virtual interview. I am a product. I am a baby of a virtual interview. Actually, that's why I'm very excited with this topic.
During the rise of the pandemic, right?
Yes.
When you got hired.
2021. Start of 2021. And that's it. You really have to ensure your tech is functional. Not only the Wi-Fi, but you also have to make sure that your device is also functional. Like, say for example, also my tip, you use laptop and desktop, not the phone, because during that group discussion with the other candidates using virtual interview, it's like the face is just so close in the camera and I can see all of those things in the face. So it's just not pleasant in the eye of the interviewer. So you have to also make sure that you angle your camera well to make you look good, because that's the only thing that they're going to see. They're not going to see how what's the brand of your shoes or anything. That's not the point there. You have to look good in the camera because that needs to be seen. And also your microphone, your headphone must be okay, you're audible, and then the virtual background.
Right.
It has to be neutral and not so so that it's not so unpleasant in the eye, because tendency among good is that it's annoying when there's moving something at your back. So you have to also make sure that they're not going to ask you what's the virtual background about, and you don't want to add that to the question. So basically, you just need a neutral background and look for a place that's avoiding background noises.
True.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you that because a lot of even not just in interviews but in virtual classes as well, and it's very unfortunate for, especially in doing job interviews, it's very unfortunate that an applicant would not find a suitable place that's free from noise, because most of interviews, right, are actually you are given notice ahead of time, right?
Yes.
So you really have to set yourself out there, maybe somewhere else, not in the house, if you know that there are manok and there are doggies who are going to, that's out of your control, right? So people, of course, you can orient or brief your parents or your siblings not to talk while you're on the interview, but animals, right? So we can't just throw them somewhere. So you have to adjust, and if you know that that's your situation most likely every day, so you have to look for a place, right, that it's suitable, free of noise. Okay, so that was it, your interview. Can you walk us through your experience during the final interview? How was it? Was it better this time? Were you much prepared? How was it?
I was much prepared because the executives, the directors told me to go to the office back and use their internet connection. I just have to follow all the health protocols. Just have to make all those health declarations for me to enter the office so that I can use their internet connection. So I was like bringing all my laptop, and then I was about to bring my ring light, but I was thinking that maybe their place is just really lit. So I used really the opportunity with being advised to go to their office. And there, the final interview It was so cool to be talking to the CEO, to the president of Pioneer, and just really talking about life as a student before, and then what are my work experiences. So it was a great experience because it's like a conversation na. Because I've been through through all those virtual interviews already where they're questioning me about just my qualification. Here they just want to know, it's like a conversation with the CEOs, and it's just really funny, it's just really great talking to them.
Okay, so in your entire experience with virtual interviews, what would you say made the employer choose you among so many qualified applicants? Of course, there is your qualification. We can see that in the resume, right? But what do you think made them choose you?
Well, I believe that it's my resiliency. They've been talking about my resiliency in life. Like I've overcome adversities and still go on, still move on. Like I said, there's a time to stand still, and there's a time to moving on and things. It's like I'm not fretting on anything about, but I am very sure and I am very confident that I have a goal. I am a goal-oriented person, so that, I guess, made me really qualify for the job.
Okay, that answer, were you given the chance to say that during the interview? No.
No.
Right, but
Yeah.
they've seen that right through you. What would you say to applicants that they would do, or they can say, or just about anything that would make the employer see their best qualification if it's not something that they could write in their resume? Just like in your best selling point, you're being resilient, right? Did you write that somewhere in your resume?
No.
Right? But they got to see that through you, and it's very lucky of you. But what about the other applicants? What can they do?
Okay. Our confidence is the best accessory that we can bring during interviews. Wherever you go, it's like something that you bring to yourself, and that they can see you are doing great in your life. Like, do not show to them that they're nervous. And I also it's a tip. I don't know if anyone can also do that, or if they want to get that tip, but I stand strong and tell my story. Like, I am selling myself. Who else would know who I am? So I can tell them that I can tell my story, and then that's my selling point. Who I am as a person, how I overcome adversities. And you just need to be really confident when you say those things, when you answer questions, because people might think, or the interviewers might think, that you are nervous because you are not prepared. And you don't want them to ask or to see that thing in you, because you really want to nail it. You want to get the job. And so you want to tell them that you are best qualified. And if they can see also that you are being so stiff, they might think that you're hiding something. It's like you're just pretending with your answers. So you just need to be really confident. You are also sensitive to the people you're talking to. You have to make a research of their culture,
Right.
of their values, their mission, so that you get to connect to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do research, you wouldn't really know who you're talking to, right? Maybe you just assume that because this is the company that you're applying for, and then maybe in any sila, laishohan sila, so I'll just, go laisho in there, and then all of a sudden people there are very humble, it's just the scenario, but it's not going to be true to all, right? But the point is, you have to really do your research so you can adapt to the community, the office, or their whatever that they in the company's culture, right?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to learn that you absorbed everything that I taught you before, and at a very young age you're very successful already. You're at the top already. I'm so happy to see you tonight, and for everything that you have just shared with our live viewers. Thank you so much for coming in here. So that's it, mga ka-trailblazers. I hope that you learned something from our alumni guest for tonight. Ms. Bray, thank you so much for being with us here. I heard that you filed a leave just to be with us here tonight, so thank you so much, and we truly appreciate that. Thank you everyone who tuned in with us this evening, to our dear alumni trailblazers, to the students and faculty who tuned in with us as well, and most especially to our alumni guests for tonight, Ms. Ray and to Sir Carl, to the whole Career Center team, and to everyone who made this evening's session successful. This has been your host, Grace Roja, and it was indeed a lovely chikahan with you guys. Join us again next time for another episode of Career Talks. Your success stories, our legacy. Good night.